institutions, we looked at the learning institutions, healthcare, shops, bars, hotels, administration offices, and also the irrigation. These were the demands that were identified in the subcatchment, though in other subcatchments we can get even to the industrial demands and other demands. The map I'm displaying is showing the distribution of water resources in the subcatchment. Groundwater is a abstraction derived from 3 different aquifers in the region, where Mumias granite is dominating the region. We have Cavirondian and the Mumias granite B. That is it's a little bit not very rich in the water, so the thresholds here are monitored. We have the springs, the river network, and wetland. And here, the sample point where the experiment was conducted is towards the outlet of the subcatchment to give us the overall output or the overall output of surface water in the subcatchment. To understand further the distribution of demand, we looked into the satellite images and analysis of data station cover. And it's because of the distribution here, we are seeing the density of households. There are a lot of demands in the area. So due to the density, we expect more settlements, agricultural activities, and population growth demand-driven activities in the zone. So that's why you see the vegetation is low. That is up to the lowest agroecological zone, that's zone 3, where we had dense, because the density is because of the this area is more of them is shrubs. It's not very good in agriculture, so it's less populated. You see from the distribution, the household distribution map, and the more vegetation you are seeing here is because they are following the river network. These are vegetations along the river, these and tributaries, and also it's others. The light greens most are shrubs. So this is how the demand is distributed, and we have water supply schemes which are matched to the density or where the demand is. The big scheme is here towards Kandui supply because of the density here, and also the distribution of demand in the government is influenced by the presence of institutions, learning institutions, household density, healthcare, all the other demands that are available in the catchment. Where they are concentrated, there's more water demand. Water supply sources that we analyzed, the surface water, the analysis gave us results in which were put into monthly and annual outputs. And from the figure we are seeing here, figure 5, showing us the average monthly water supply per year for a normal year. The modeling, we looked at the data from 2022. It was getting modeling supply from 2022 to 2030. So here, the supply, we didn't much model on supply. We obtained the current supply as the current year, that is 2022. And the average from the water and storage, groundwater and surface water, we're having it here. And if you total it up, we found that the monthly range is 0.48 in February to 6.80 million meter cubic per year. That is in May. In a normal year, to mean that during this period we have normal years like 2022 and leap years. The annual supplies are displayed based on the years. So the total in 2022 was 31.63 million cubic meters. That is a normal year. And leap year 2028 we have 31.65 million cubic meters per year. This is water that was considered for allocation throughout the study period. When I look at to understand further the subcatchment demands, we consider them into two categories. That is two scenarios: the business as usual scenario and the planned development scenario. Business as usual scenario based on the projections from the defined rates. That's like population, for example, we have the 2.3% growth rate. That is, we use that to project the demand up to 2030. And another scenario was the planned development scenarios, where we looked into the development strategies in the region and the projects that are planned to be implemented. And the results are displayed in the figures here. We have the first figure was having the business as usual and the business plan development scenario, annual water demand forecasts, where from 2022 the demand is growing, and all of them the demands are growing. The uniqueness here is the PDS. We have a sharp increase in demand. This sharp increase in demand is also shown by the figure 7, where it shows the annual water demand trend in percentages. When you look at the 2023, for example, there's a difference. There's an increase because of an activity that is first. What we got from what we discovered from the development plans, the two activities that are planned is on domestic demand increase coverage. That is the development of water supply schemes, and there was also irrigation plans for development of irrigation. So implementation of the plans for irrigation is in 2026. That's why you're seeing starting from 2025 in phases and 2026. Same to 5% was to be implemented in 2023, and another 15% in 2026. So that's why you are seeing the graphs showing the differences. We also we did the simulation of the balance. The balance was obtained from subtracting the water balance is by from getting the available supply, subtracting the summation of all demands from the supply. So that's how the balance was obtained. And the catchment from the model gave us a negative water balance in February. A negative water balance in February in all years meant that there was a deficit in water supply. Remember, this deficit doesn't really on the ground, you may not see it, but it is it's because of some cases of conflicts reported. We have the reserve. You know, in supply analysis, we retain the reserve. When you have the negative balance, it means that there is a possibility of exploitation of the reserve. The reserve is the equivalent to the environmental flows. So where they are negative throughout the year, we are showing that the reserve will continue being exploited. So there's need for conservation. And Yeah, actually that is principle what is displayed in these tables here. We have an annual decline of water demand throughout the year in PDS and bus, annual drop as shown in figure 9 of water in the subcatchment. The output of the model was further analyzed through correlation to just further understand what the results mean, and the correlation was done between the water balance and the water demand, and we have a very strong relationship. That means wherever there is an increase in demand, there is an equivalent increase in water balance. Decrease in water balance. And this is accounted for the unmet water demands, because the decrease in water balance, or the negative balance we're getting are equated to the demand that is not met. So in a business as usual scenario, the unmet demand steady growth was from 0.24% to 1.6% in 2030, while in PDS it increased from 0.24% to 1.85%. In conclusion, we can say that from the analysis on supply, the monthly supply are due to binomial water. The variation in monthly supply are due to bimodal dry and rain seasons, and annual supply is due to regular and leap years. Positive trend demand is likely to put pressure on available water supplies, and the increasing deficit indicates pressure on water sources and exploitation of the reserve. Most literature that was reviewed agree with their results, and especially there was a study by Onyango ATL in 2021, which showed there's an increase in agricultural activity. A study on land use and change activity in the region shows a sharp trend from 1990 to 2021, an increase in exposed areas to mean more agricultural activities and settlement, and also increase in settlements and infrastructure activity in the subcatchment. The results indicate that the subcatchment is a water scarce subcatchment, and it recommends protection and the conservation of water sources, and also exploitation of alternative sources to meet the demand. Adoption of best demand management practices, including the economical and efficient technologies, and also the development of water allocation and monitoring plans to manage resource. For further research, the things that they could not achieve through the study, we saw that there was a need for a water quality study to be done in the area, because the water quality will assure and advise on the stability of various water sources in the subcatchment, and also modeling the impact of climate change on water supply. This can, when the modeling is done, we can be able to quantify or tell how the water situation will be for example, in 2030 in the subcatchment, so that when the balance, and a proper balance can be developed. I thank you. I end there.
Thank you, Dr. Justus, for the candid presentation.
Just for just a clarification, it was captured as I'm not. I'm hiding there.
Okay. We are wishing you well.
Thank you.
It was a good presentation. Now, let me open this forum to the audience.
Yeah.
If there is anyone with a question,
Mhm.
you can raise it. If there is a comment, you can make before I ask the two questions.
Okay.
Thank you,
Anyone from
Chair.
the audience?
Start from the layman. So,
Yes, Prof.
just as you said, so we remove a dog here, right?
Just as
Yes.
again.
Or when we are doing a certificate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That is noted. Now, a few questions from a layman, although I really love geography, high
Yes.
school. Number one, this Walatsi, is it a rural area?
Well, last year it's in the rural setting.
Yes, so that is related to my question.
Yes.
Is there a water services company operating? Are there any local small scale water distribution network? Is there a piping? Because that is important for monitoring consumption or usage. Then next question, what is the rainwater harvesting capacity? Is there any major river, or are there any major rivers transversing the catchment? And are there any efforts to conserve the relevant water towers? Thank you, Chair.
Can I answer it?
Yeah, just as you can respond to those.
Yes. Yeah, the concern of if there is water streams, local water stream in the subcatchment. Yes, they are, and they are displayed in the map. If we're able to map them, the figure you're seeing here shows that give us a view of where they are and the size.
Oh, that is fine. I must have missed it.
Yes, yeah. This is, and
Other-
it is due to the concentration of demand. Household. Yeah. Then to
huko ndo hiyo news inatoka.
Rainwater harvesting capacity?
Okay. Let me explain on the rivers. The subcatchment also has a major river. It's a major river for the subcatchment and a micro catchments. The map you're seeing also gives us it is showing the river network. The whole line here is the main river, which is called River Walasi, and the tributaries here are Misokoto. We have Kakoleti, Misokoto, and Analiwasi. Here is where the problem is reported of water scarcity majorly during the dry seasons. And these tributaries are seasonal, and as well you can see the dry seasonal permanent. So, yes, we have a major river in the subcatchment.
That is clear.
In the capacity of rainwater harvesting, we didn't look at the capacity of rainwater harvest, or rather we estimated from the statistics that are available on households that depend on rainwater sources, that storage water.
Power.
It was an estimation for modeling purposes. So yes, there's a potential for rainwater harvesting to be developed because the subcatchment receives rain twice a year, 2 seasons. But so far, even the dams, in harvesting also have the water pans. There was one water pan which didn't qualify based on the standards the Kenyan standards of water. There's a potential for rainwater harvesting, though we looked at the statistics, rainwater. Was the effect? What were the last questions?
No, you are through with. Is getting a feel of the platform. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Chair, over to you.
Thank you, Prof.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Let me recognize Professor. Let me recognize Professor Urwenjo, who has joined us. Prof, we are on with the questioning. First presenter. And now, back to Justice. Questions.
Professor Urwenjo, please mute yourself. Mute your microphone. Okay, continue with the questions.
Okay, yes, just ask the question. Simple. What is the actual name of your model?
Oh, the model is okay, sorry.
Number two, some of the factors affecting the supply and the demand of water in this area. Question 3, what are some of the strengths and weaknesses of the model? Number 4, where else the model is utilized? And also, figure 9, what were some of the causes of water decline in that area?
If you can repeat the last one.
What were some of the causes of water decline in that area? Back to you, Justice.
Thank you. I'll start from the last one. What are some of the causes of water decline in the subcatchment? As reported from the literature, the sources of water decline majorly is blamed on climate change because the region experiences dry spell, and also there's poor management of supplies. And another reason is encroachment to water protected areas, that's water areas. So it actually is the reason why we chose to do a study there, because of the conflicts that were reported. And from the estimates we were able to get, we were able to quantify, to ascertain the reason for the conflicts because of the insufficient water in the catchment. So I can say those are the causes of the reasons for the decline. It's because of the decreasing demand. I mean, from the results I displayed, you could see there's a positive trend in demand growth because of the population growth, agricultural activities, because we're able to account for all the demands in the catchment. So major is due to the increase in population and the occasional demands that attach to the population. That is agricultural degradation of land that are causing the decline in water supply in the area. And the actual name of the model is WIP model. And WIP model, WIP is water allocation and planning tool. For water allocation and the planning tool. So that is the model that was used. And some of the things that are faced, some of the activities that affect supply and demand of water.
I think you have responded.
I've answered that.
Now the only section remaining is the supply.
The supply. The supply was, we have the river network, and it's being, we have some tributaries that are seasonal. So the seasonality of the tributaries because of the enforcement, and also where they're located, they are receiving low rain for that region. We have demonstrated another map of rainfall distribution, the catchment, where they are, the soils are not good for measuring agriculture holding water. We have some sandy soils in that region, where the area mostly is covered with shrubs. So the supply is majorly affected by the growing of the demand and also the climate change. The strength or the strength and the weakness of the model. Weak model is a lump sum. It's a lump sum model. Lump sum model takes attachment as a whole. So it's not able to account for it's not possible to run the analysis based on the microcatchment and to make up a subcatchment. So that is one of the weaknesses of the model. And by running the analysis through the microcatchments means that you can be able to identify microcatchments that are having problems, all the microcatchments, and also categorize them, the levels of severity of all the levels of the scarcity. So that is one of the weaknesses of the model. And the strength of the model is it's able to give a solution and at least a prediction, give us an attachment. I think the model was also developed because of the IWM principle, which recommends what are solutions to be done in a subcatchment level. The developers of the model looked into that and custom the model to work to the level of subcatchment. Thank you.
Okay. So responded to the last one, where else has the model been utilized?
Okay. This model, where else it has been utilized majorly in planning irrigation supplies, accounting for especially in planning of the projects. When you're planning for a big irrigation project, you consider the model was useful. And also it's done in, it was used in South Africa recently. It was to assess the supply and demand and also project how the future of water will be in the subcontinent. Yeah, most studies that it has been used is measured on trying to tell how the future will be, just projecting and giving us estimates to help in planning of events.
Well done. I saw somebody joining and he has left. Yeah? Let me also welcome Dr. Amos Tieno, who has just joined. We are almost coming to the close of the presentation. Please. To the audience, anyone with a question? Just, we have come to the end of your presentation. It was a good one. You have responded to the questions asked appropriately. And now, I take the next few minutes to welcome the next presenter.
Thank you.
Members in the room, be patient, we are doing this. Patient. Our next presenter will be Dr. Amos Wanjala, and they will be presenting on the impact of climate change and food security in the Kambani region of Kenya. In this room, we are expected to have 3 papers. One will be Vincent Woko Ochieng. I don't know whether he's present. Vincent Woko Ochieng. The other will be Mercy Matubi.
You move to Dr. Wanjara.
Yeah, we are setting the system.
Okay, thank you. But we can't see the others in the room.
Yes. Dr. Amos.
Are the keynote speakers going to give us their speeches? Oh, okay. We can get it from yes.
Dr. Amos.
We can do it tomorrow. Yes.
Dr. Amos, can you hear me? Dr. Amos Wanjala.
How do you leave us?
I only know how to join. How do you move if I know?
I think, Dr. Kurere, you are not audible. I'm just seeing, Francis, I think we give you 5 minutes if it's not possible.
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, no.
All right.
So,
Oh, thank you, Chair. You can now make me a...
okay, Dr. Abbas, let me take this opportunity to welcome you to make your presentation. You will take 20 minutes for your presentation, and then we will have a session for interrogation and clarification. Welcome. Sorry, switch on your phone.
Sorry, Chair, I've just been called. I'm sorting out some issues. Briefly for the interruption. I'll be right back.
So we give you 1 minute.
Hopefully. Chair, meanwhile, you can make me a presenter, so then you upload my slides as I sort out this issue.
Economical cost of the conjectures underscore the urgencies of the efficient solution to improve the mobility. Conclusion is that severity of the transport challenges in Nairobi necessitate innovative solutions. Integrating artificial intelligence offers promising opportunities to enhance transportation efficiency, safety, and sustainability. These challenges can be done by benefiting the residents and the economy. The objective of the study is actually to improving the traffic flow, enhancing public transportation efficiencies, and reducing the road safety hazards. Methodology, we used what we call, we reviewed all the existing literature about artificial intelligence in urban cities. We also analyzed the case studies of artificial intelligence driven by smart mobility solutions implemented in various cities in the world. We also assessed the expert opinion and effectively challenged the challenges the artificial intelligence technologies are addressing in urban transport. Data collection, you utilize statistical analysis, transportation of data in Nairobi. We gather the data and traffic flow, public transportation efficiency, and road safety assets. We also collected data on vehicle registration, congestion levels, and economical impact. Analysis, we conducted comparative analysis in the existing literature case studies and expert opinion. We applied qualitative analysis by feasibility and potential impact on artificial intelligence and smart mobility. The finding, the impact of artificial intelligence smart mobility solution, number one is efficiency. It's actually artificial intelligence smart mobility have potential to significantly improve transport efficiency. And also good for safety in terms of safety by providing real-time data, analytical, and mitigate hazards. And lastly is environmental sustainability.
This type of beans, the other in Ukambani they call it benzu. It does not, well, to some extent, it does well, but not predictable. It is kind of the cowpiece breed.
Okay.
Yes.
So thank you.
Okay, Amos, we know that Lower Eastern includes Machakos and Makueni, and we know that these areas are known for alternative activities, but also adaptable agriculture. Remember Katumani maize variety, was developed for that area. If maize yield does or performs, then we also have mango growing.
Yes.
Yes, so we need to know some of the activities they're doing there in order to promote how are they greening the environment. So that is climate change adaptation. Uses of water in the asals. There major water projects that can be utilized for irrigation, like in Egypt, which is a desert, but is producing sugar, cotton, horticultural products.
Yeah.
And there are some projects moving towards that direction.
Yeah, like what I've said, they are contacting the various organizations so that we can have the supply of the necessary infrastructure. And they are doing it through mostly from collaboration between the government of the day and the county government. So it is there. Process of it.
Okay, thank you. Let's look at the audience. Is there any other comment or observation?
Yeah,
so we can close this session. And we return to the main room for announcements. We can return to the main room and wait for the other participants. Then we have housekeeping and announcements. Then we close for today by 5 or 5:15 and resume tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thank you, members, for attending this session on climate change. Let's move to the main room and see what is happening there, or you can join the other where presentations are still ongoing.
I want to join room 2. Room 2.
Who knows how to change a room? Amos, how do you move from one room to another?
You will have to join. Just sign out and join.
Oh, you sign out and then you go back to the main room?
Yes.
And ask to join?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just have to attend.